You are now live. Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Family Amusements. We're just started this ACST D Division match. We have Matt Taylor, who just threw a big ball there, a 7 count. He's taking on Patrick Kellogg. And on the left side, we've got John Ahearn taking on Blanchard. This is the second box. We're joining just in progress. You missed a pair of 10s from each of these guys. And John going to try to run these down for a spare. Not quite. And this will be 2 consecutive 10s there for Matt. John trying to do the same. Both of the home bowlers have elected to go first. So nothing but 10s on the board for both of these guys.
Some good D bowling.
Yes, Bob Lee.
The range of averages for the D's below 95 this year, I believe.
There's quite a variety. We have some, I think, even in the 80s into the high 90s, but early in the season, of course.
And it's the first time we've ever brought the D's into the match. It's really changed the game. It was originally a pro-only series, and semi-pros, we wanted to see what the feeder system generated. They invited the semi-pros in 2020, and then that was so popular. We had to have C's last year, and this year the
D's. Yeah, well, it's a great opportunity for folks that aren't bowling on the pro level. There's a nice pickup by Matt. That'll be 3 straight 10s. And John looking to do the same. That would be impressive start for each bowler. We have not left a pin on the deck out of the first 3. And by the way, this is Dave Peterson. I'm in the C division myself, and of course Bob Lee is in charge of productions, and I'm along here with him. Although I'm
in the B's.
And Bob's in the B's. So we've got the B's, the C's, and the D's covered. And if you tuned in earlier, you saw the best of the A's earlier. Bob, you were here for that match.
Jeremy got beat 12-2 with a 609.
Wow.
Justin Waters, of course, thrown 23 marks and a 643, 650.
Yeah. I think the score sheets are over there, but yeah. Impressive again by the A division here.
Yeah, 643.
Yeah, so if you missed that, Justin Waters, 643, Jeremy Seaholm, 609.
Oh, well.
So, yeah, the perfect streak has ended here, but Matt at 37 through 4. Just off the head pin.
Justin Waters is now undefeated for 2 seasons.
Right.
We're into a 14th month, I guess.
So that for last year included 18 matches plus 4 playoff matches, right?
Elite 8.
So 22-0, and he's off and running again, undefeated in the new season.
Big out coming out for Taylor now.
Punches right through, so that's an 8 bucks with John. Well, one to go.
Yeah, still 6 pins standing for Matt.
And that's a nice ball from Matt.
Beauty.
So that'll be a 46 for Matt. And that's a field goal for John, an 8-47.
All right, 6 10s, no marks for the.
And up to the lane on the right, Patrick Kellogg, who will go first. Patrick's coming up from the Cape. It's a doubleheader for him. Patrick bowled his average in the first match earlier today against Will K. Will took all 14 points. So he went from 0-14 to 14-14. Patrick comes in now with and that's Will Koscielny.
Koscielny, yeah.
Yeah, easy for me to say. Koscielny. very impressive performance for Will.
He had a double in there.
I heard.
The A's were over here on 21. They were like, they all turned their head.
I was watching and listening, and I heard there was a double, which is always impressive no matter where the lanes are. And Al connects for a 10. Nice job. Yeah. Yes. So Patrick starts off with a 9, Al with the 10. So Patrick now has an average, a record of 16 and 26. Patrick right in on a head pin.
Look at that. That just got really good.
Wow, and that extra fall
How did
was
the 4-pin fell in front of the 5-pin.
doubly nice when it falls and then falls right in front of the one remaining pin. It is out there quite a ways though, so not a gimme. And Al off to the right. Al is a newcomer to the ACST. Just has 2 matches under his belt. Patrick off to the left. That wasn't a gimme though. And half Worcester left side. Yep. So Al comes in with an ACST average of 86.7.
See if we get the first mark for the match.
Let's see. And Patrick
Patrick and John are both over 100. Patrick's at 101.
Yeah, 101.
And John's at 102. That was a 5 for Al.
And that was a 9 for Patrick. So Patrick 18 through 2 boxes. And right into the head pin again. Al with a nice ball. He threw a half Worcester on his second ball. That string throws a spread eagle ball here. And that's a nice ball for Patrick. And that really deserved to go, but it was a tough shot.
What's he throwing?
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on there. Patrick throwing at 34 miles an hour. Picks that up for a 10. So all bowlers here open in their first set of 5 boxes so far. So we've got a close game, which is what we like.
It's a developmental league, the D League, and knowing the way Patrick's throwing, the way John's been coming along, he was in the 60s 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
These are the guys that really want to improve, and we have Matt Taylor, who's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Had his first 600 last week. Watch out for him.
Well, remember last year, I'm going to say these guys, both Patrick, John, and Matt were in the C division, but so many great bowlers joined the ACST that, thank God we have an extra division.
Well, between that, with the live stream from, and we're trying to pay attention all the way through. Originally the idea of spreading the productions was to bring pro bowling to the air, and then we realized that bowlers wanted to see each other's matches. And you had a chance to bowl 9 for Al and 9 for Pat Kellogg. You had a chance to bowl across houses, across great distances. I've now joined. I have leagues in Norwood, CPL. I was up at Exeter last night. I know people in Lakeside. I know people in.
A lemon drop, right?
Lemon drop.
Yeah.
One for the Canton Bowl.
Well, talking to Al earlier, he hadn't bowled in many years and saw these broadcasts and decided to join the league and join the ACST. And that's a nice ball by Al.
That's right. And this is, it's a sport born in Massachusetts. Kellogg is in the pocket, but he'll be open on the 5th. We got to keep. This is our heritage here. This is our New England's best bowling game, and if you tried candlepin, you can't just go to a 10-pin house and enjoy it the same way. It's just, it's kind of like the difference between softball and baseball. It just doesn't feel right.
True. That's an $8 for Pat. So he's at 45. Matt was at 46. And Al with a nice 10. He's at 43. John's at 47. So we've got 2 close matches here. Just keep in mind, John, who's now on the right, is bowling Al. So Al will come up after John finishes his 5. Same with Matt and Patrick. So 1 or 2 marks here with some decent fills might be enough to take the first string and 2 points for either of these bowlers. John gets some good action off the side, and Matt with a split. That's a nice ball by John. The diamond's a toughie. I know you got stats on that, but John, that's
they're only 27%. It's below the level where I would even call it a makeable spare. Yeah. When I was trying to decide, I'm trying to make a statistic for makeable spares, your ratio on makeable spares with and without wood, and the diamond, unless there's wood in there, it's really 27%. You might as well hit a 3-in-1.
Especially a diamond in the middle with the head pin being the object pin. You're not going to get something coming off the sidewall like you might if a diamond's on the side. That was an $8 for John and a $9 for Matt. John right in just misses the head pin. He's got the post.
I mean, all spares are makeable. The half Worcester is makeable 18% of the time or so by pro bowlers. Spread Eagle's makeable.
And Matt, we haven't had a spare yet. They are makeable, though.
All of them are makeable. Come on. We're gonna have a little meeting. We got to update some of our statistics and use some. I did a study of missed head pins and hit head pins that is very interesting.
8 for John, 9 for Matt.
What your outcomes are among pro bowlers. And I think we got to bring those out because Paul really wore out the ones that I gave him earlier than last year. 64 from that.
John right in on the head pin. That's a nice ball.
Hey.
Both bowlers, that's going to take it. Now what are we going to mark on the board? Big strike there from Matt Taylor. For John, the wood did not cover it.
Short pin. Back in the old maple days, they used to cut the pins down, and they actually were sometimes shorter.
Wow.
They
okay.
There was just all made of the same substance.
Interesting.
The term short pin was
true to life. Yeah. So John takes a $9 for a 72. Matt's looking at, 74, and he's got 2 balls here. Matt going for a double, not far off.
Here you go, run it down.
And everything but the 10 pin and everything but the 7 for Matt.
That's a 9 fill.
Yep, 9 fill. So
83. Okay.
yeah, puts Matt at 83 through 8. John checking out John's speed here.
29 miles an hour.
All right, $10.
32 for Matt Taylor. So 29 miles an hour. Imagine that. He was throwing in the teens 2 years ago.
Wow.
John Ahearn was. He's really come along.
8 bowls here at Ryan's quite a bit for practice, as well as the Speed League on Wednesdays and Norwood on Tuesdays. Well, that is a great ball. That's going to go. That has to go. You know what? That might not have gone if it wasn't for that piece of wood. I don't think it was going to go.
No. And certainly wouldn't have gotten to Norwood.
Yes. And Matt just chips through on the head pin.
John's going to see an 11th rack. Like to get himself up to 100. He's carrying a 102 average this season.
Yep.
Bowling out at Millis at home, of course. That was a 99 for Matt Taylor.
All right. A little below his 104.67 average. But still early in the season. That's another nice ball for John.
Oh, wow.
It could have easily been a double.
12th rack. Take one more. I almost tell him to play the wood. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at this point, I don't know if it makes a difference just going for a single pin rather than going for a spare, being the 11th box.
It's much more macho to go for the pin, but when you miss, it doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
So on the 19, though,
That's big. It went from way under par to over par, as you'd say, Bob. A 101 for John. Matt with a 99.
That means Al Blanchard needs to throw a 59.
Yep.
And Pat Kellogg will need a 54 to tie, 55 to win.
Patrick's first match, he was the first bowler, so he saw Will get 3 straight marks to win the 5th string. That was a nice ball by Al. And Patrick.
548. That was Will's first appearance here at Ryan's, huh?
That was earlier today in this division.
What's the high score for the D's this season?
Oh, well, I'll have to put the research team on that, but that's a spare for Patrick. Oh,
564. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, he just had that. And Al, the nice pickup for a 10 there. That was a big mark by Patrick because he needed at least one, and you want to get that as early as possible in case you need a second one. So.
Al's up to 53.
Last year, Matt played Patrick, bowled Patrick, and Matt won 8-6, but it was a very close overall score. That was a match in Yarmouth.
Al with a buzzsaw. Just missed that.
That's a fill of 4. Yep. And Al just off to the left. So Patrick will need at least another mark to win this string. Do you want my pin? Al, nice ball. Al bowls out of Ryan's, but Ryan's at Buzzards Bay, a place I've never been to yet. $8 for Patrick, and an 8 for Al. So Al's at 61, so he's going to need at least 40 to tie. All right. Yep, and Patrick needs 32 to tie. Need at least one mark.
3 splits for Al. Really frustrating. You don't hit the head pin more than 4 or 5 times, and you had 3 splits. That's tough for Al. Patrick.
But he's got that boy bit. That's a shame.
Nice bit, Al.
Al has that right to left ball working.
Yeah.
Patrick's had a couple 9-pin drops, but has not been able to convert.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yep. There we go. Have you bowled in Buzzards Bay yet, Ryan's? Have you been done?
Just once.
This one, yep. That's a 10. For Al, 71 through 8, and a 9 for Patrick. I'll give him 76 through 8.
Alright. Just needs a mark and a 4 fill and a 10. Al is going to need, he's going to need 2 marks, I think.
30, 2 marks to tie. Right. Nice ball. Oh, goodness, he got a ball!
Nice hammer.
Great ball from Al. And for Patrick.
Oh, that's great. That's a great break there.
There's the 1-3. Oh! Punches right through.
Right to left ball, hit it just square, and oh dear. Nicely, though.
So he will need a mark in the final frame to take the first string. Otherwise, Matt Taylor will take the first 2 points. And Al has a chance as well to...
He's going to have to fill with 10.
Yeah, if he throws a strike ball here, then he'll take the string. Put it that way if you want to
Fills it with
look
10,
for the
he'll
ceiling.
also have another
Yep.
ball. So that's... He's
got a
no
chance.
options.
Right there. Oh, just curved off at the last second.
Oh, if that falls over... No, it didn't. 3-way split. All right, he needs some magic.
Both bowlers need a spare right here.
Al's going to have to find a tip, one or the other. And I'd like the right tip.
I agree with you. Down, basically aim for the pin.
Yeah.
This one.
And rip it.
Up,
Just
maybe.
rip it.
Oh.
Come on.
Just off. So it is an 8 fill. But John will take the first string. He'll hang on for Patrick. Oh my goodness!
Hold out!
In the previous box, he hits the pin spot on and doesn't get it. And this one misses the pin, connects with the wood behind it, and takes down all 4 remaining pins for a clutch spare 96. So he still needs 4.
3 to tie.
3 to tie, 4 to win. That that in a nutshell is Campbellton bowling. Here we go, Patrick.
I got it.
He gets 5.
Oh, you got it. What a comeback.
What a crazy end of the first game. We got to be.
Let's confirm it.
You want to confirm?
Up there, official, right? You check it.
So we're going to confirm the scoring, but we've got Patrick winning the first game 101 to 99 in dramatic fashion with the spare in the 10th box after being robbed in the 9th, and John hanging on for dear life against a late rally by Al Blanchard, who threw a strike in the 9th, couldn't convert on the spare, but Al well above his average with the 98, John at 101. So look at that, all bowlers in between 98 and 101. So talk about competitive balance there. Tremendous excitement here in the 10th box, and now we're on to the second string.
Everybody got a mark. Patrick Kellogg had 2.
I'm an 85 wide.
He was the only one who had a spare. He had 2 spares. The others all had strikes.
Wow. But what a crazy finish in the 9th for Patrick. Especially in his previous match, having seen his competitor bowl 3 straight marks to win the final string. So it's got to feel good for Patrick coming up from the Cape to grab the first 2 and not have to wait too long to get another string.
That's right. And this is a doubleheader.
He's very happy. Patrick says he didn't deserve it, but he's very happy.
How old are you? 33. Yeah, he's a young man.
Patrick, yep, only 33 years old. The newlywed Patrick Kellogg.
When you meet, everybody's 18.
Meanwhile, John
Al, what are you, 35?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
gets a 10. Matt had gotten an 8.
I remember when she was over the princess in the teapot. Okay?
Matt with an 8 drop on his first ball here in the second string. John gets some great action.
Whoa.
Set the 1 and 9. And try to pick up pins here.
Okay, how about that?
That's the same shot that Patrick plowed through the head pin, but this time Matt takes both pins. What about John?
Got it.
And John plows right through. Nice job there, hitting the object pin. And
early track. Both of them.
So again, these guys are not bowling each other, but they did have matching spares in the second box, and there's Matt's fill of 7. And unfortunately for John, the half Worcester comes up at a bad time, just 2. Matt gonna try to spin him around. He does a good job of that. Look out! The pin, the ball might take it. It still might go.
It's wedged together.
Oh jeez! I don't even know if the ball's still there or not. And John just off to the right. Matt with the 10. John trying to pick off a few here, but unable to do too much damage.
30.
Are we right on the scoreboard there? That was a 7.
Was that a 7? I guess it was a 7.
I was blocked out.
2 fill, yeah. It's 2 fills right, but that is
Yep.
right. So it's 29. Tight.
Matt's got the left side to work on here. And just off to the right. Leaving 3. John had a foul, so he'll be throwing his second ball. Can still get a spare, even though it looks like it's a strike. And they're still wiggling back and forth, but that's a good first ball. That's a second ball,
That's good, that's good.
and that's a 9 box for Matt. And what do we got there? It's an 8 box for John.
One of the challenges of being a developing bowler, right? I'm talking about a BC or a D bowler.
Wow.
Is learning how to manage those. When you got those wings, those triples and those quads, and you miss on the first ball. Do you have to make the decision to aim,
Go for both, or
go
just
for both,
take,
go
or
for the
just
head
take
pin
one
again, or do you play on the inside and play for the 2 or 3? How about that one?
That's a nice spare for Matt. Yep. So that second spare in this round of 5. John has the diamond. And a good 10. So John finishes with 47. That's what Al will be shooting for. Or shooting to do better, of course. Did you get 47 in the first half? I was thinking that. Yeah. Here's Patrick's up. He's up against 54 in a ball. This is a rematch of last year's match between Patrick and Matt, which Matt took 517 to 506 down in Yarmouth. Patrick remembers it very well. That's a nice ball. Al's got the right side here.
I think he got it.
That's a great ball, and the wood flies right in front of it.
Pushed it, and he didn't get it.
And Patrick with a 9. Al with a nice 10.
Alright, you're starting to have Come on, Patrick.
He had any sense of decent.
That was 35.
Yeah.
That's a lot of action on it too.
And Patrick throws a lot of spin. Has a lot of spin on his ball.
And it's just control with him.
Al with a nice ball. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Personally, this to me is the worst leave.
Yeah, Al's throwing 27. That's
Really?
That's
Wow.
not bad. Out of the hand. That's.
Good for him. Yep.
I mean, the ball's spinning and slowing down. At the head pin, it's only 21 and a half. It was 27 out of his hand.
And Al throws another great ball, but it's right down the bunny hole, as
Right.
Bob Foraker from Bay State Bowl used to call that throwing it down the bunny hole. I don't know if he originated that, but
No, that's it. I've heard it. I've heard that.
that's I'm dating myself, I'm afraid, as a youngster watching lots of bowling on TV. Hey, that's a great third ball.
That's
Some good
especially when
action.
you've been down the bunny hole.
To take a 7. Al says to take a 7. I said I'd take a 7. 17 through 2 for Al. 3 10s, but actually doesn't need a spare to take the lead. 3 10s would tie. Patrick again with duty. He was due to get a strike out of that, the way that ball's been going. He's been having some 9-pin drops. Now, right in on the head pin himself. And that's an ugly split. He does have a piece of wood behind the 6-pin, so it's better than nothing. Maybe he can fly it across. Throws a good ball right, perfectly done, and it cuts in front of the pin.
I think he played that. He played that one on purpose. He's starting to get fingertip control now. But he's going to need it on this, for this 10. That one is trouble. He's going to hit it high.
Oh no! Heck of a box though. Heck of an effort on that spare. That's all you can do.
I like you guys got my back.
So here's Patrick stepping up on his strike. And that was one that was looking like a half Worcester and ended up being that way. He was hoping it would just move just a millimeter. And there's Al. Just 3. It's another fill ball here for Patrick. And
Very useful.
great job there. So that's an 8 fill. Because he knew Matt was at 54 and on a spare. I have Matt at 44 in the ball. Matt Taylor.
44.
I think it's off a pin.
Yeah, thank you.
So Patrick at 47 and Matt, Al with an 8 box, 34. Patrick up 3 box to box, but up against the spare, and another good first ball. And this time the triangle. Al gets 2 on the end. Patrick cleans up the triangle like it's nothing, so both bowlers will be sitting on spares through 5. And Al tickles the 3-pin, and that's the only one that goes. So a big ball here for Al. Definitely wants to pick up a bunch to stay close to John's 47. And he just throws a nice ball. That's what I would call a bunch, 9. So we've got, again, after 5, 2 close strings going on.
That's right.
John
Give the ACST points in the first game.
47, Al 43. Matt steps up on a mark. He's at 44, but against Patrick's 47, also on a mark. So 2 close ones going on. John gets some good action. And there's the fill for Matt. We'll give him 6 on that. Yep.
Tommy also had a hookup. He couldn't make it, so they sent him.
Look at this ball.
Matt hits the object pin, and that's all he gets.
Get the tip on that.
I asked him if he was still married.
And this is John's third ball. He pulls it to the right for a 7. And matching 7 there for Matt. Pair of 7s for each bowler in their respective boxes, and John off and running here, and Matt, and he's going to get a break there.
Oh, a couple breaks.
Now a big break, and now a super duper big break. Oh man, was looking like an ugly leave. All of a sudden, it's a strike. And John with his left to right ball just picks off the pin on the left. And an 8 box for John. 62 through 7. John did have 1 mark earlier in the string. But only had 2, had the half Worcester. Throws a nice ball there, and a strike it is. And now Matt, of course, is on a strike himself. And, oh, goodness gracious, he almost got a double and didn't hit the head pin there. Just the 1 and 3 left. Oh.
85 for 7.
Yep. He made that for a spare earlier in the string. This time just off to the left. And he does that again. So an 8 box, but still got an 8 fill on the strike. And an 8, 93 through 8. He and Patrick going toe to toe here. John now on his strike. He pulled that to the right.
That's Mariana's trench ball.
Big ball here for John on his second, well, his fill ball, second fill ball on his strike. And get some really good action, and it's going to continue.
Hey, with that guy.
It's a 9 fill. John will take a 9. Matt, interesting to see what happens there. Wow. I don't think he was going for the cap, but he got it anyway.
He's a 103 through 9, 13 over.
Got a good game going here. But he's going to need it, the way Patrick is throwing his first ball. John at 90. 1 to go. Nice ball. And any late action here? Yes. Let's see how John wants to play this one. Boy, I think that first wood on the left should push the second wood into the 3-pin.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways it's going to go, but most of them involve hitting the 3-pin.
I think. I'm thinking the red line on the left might take it. Let's see where it goes. Everywhere but there, I guess.
The red line on the left and the pin on the left.
I think I thought that would have taken the wood behind it.
I thought it was too deep for that. But
Yep. Tough to see for sure. Yeah.
Scorpion tailed it
There
forward.
was a piece of wood behind. I thought it would have covered it, but we're a little far back here. But it's a moot point now. John looking to add to what will be a 98, apparently. Yep.
Touched it.
No pins. Same deal with Matt. Hit
98 is what Al threw in the first game.
Yeah, so certainly doable.
Matt Taylor with big 112. He's teasing. I think he's in a battle with Brittany Underwood. I think he has the D lead right now for average on the season. Came in 104.
Did 104.67. Joe Vieira was at 103. Paul Newman.
Joe Vieira bowled out of Central Park.
Correct. Oh, Patrick with the big 8 fill. There's a 2-pinner on the right. And Al with an ugly split throws a nice ball. It just curves to the left at the last second. Al's someone who's just recently taken the sport back up after watching a lot of the old YouTube videos of Tom Ulster, he was saying, and then finding Bob Lee and ACST matches, and
That was an 8.
decided to join a league and then join the ACST, which is great, which is what this is all about. Competition, meeting new people, bowling in new places.
Yeah, getting off the Cape, getting out into the city. Hey, hope Dom Passarella. Speaking of guys that you meet when you bowl around in different houses, Dom was in one of Thursday night. Oh,
Wow, big strike.
was hit by a car on his way to league Wednesday night.
Yep.
Yeah. And pretty seriously injured. He's young and he's healing well. His dad was saying. But
Yeah, I saw that post and certainly wish him a speedy recovery.
his father, Steve Passarella, also a great bowler.
Really?
Kind of has that Mike Salona ball where he takes it up really high and takes it back, but he's a righty. He takes it back in a totally different way. Generates a lot of power with that. It's almost like there's a different form of bowling that emerged there.
Yeah, with a nice ball right in on the head pin, but another ugly split. Patrick on a strike. He needs a big fill here. Up against Matt's 112. Interesting shot here coming up for Al. He's playing it. That's the way to play it. He sends it across.
All right, 7 on the fill.
7 fill here. So Al will need some sort of mark, but this is going to be a... Oh, jeez. I was going to say a good 10 box. It's an 8. And a 9 for Patrick.
I'm hitting what I want.
Yeah.
99. He's in good shape.
Not behaving after.
Just needs 11 in the next 2 boxes.
Yeah, and Al would need 2 spares here. He's throwing a good ball, and he's happy he's hitting his object pin. Just off the head pin, but not a good mix. Patrick again on the head pin. He made the triangle earlier. Oh, that's a great ball. Not that time for Patrick, but his pinning will put him in good shape here to take the second string.
That match is real tight, too.
Yep. And that's a good 10 for Al. And a 9 for Patrick. So Patrick just needs 5 here to take second string. We can't take anything for granted.
That's right.
Al would need a double strike here. Had a strike earlier, I believe. Off to the right.
Tie.
All right. So there's 4.
Tied for the moment.
Right. He's got 2 chances to get a pin here. It's a good ball from Al. Boy, I look like a spare ball.
Okay. John wins second.
Well, Patrick decides just to get the one, and
Okay, you got the points.
but that's all we need for. That's all he needed for that, and Al just off to the right. So John will take the second string. 9 box for Patrick. Yep.
And a 9 for Patrick. Puts him at 117.
So from what we can see, it should be official.
Yeah, 218. 211. That
Yeah.
checks out. And 199 to 181. Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
So those are official.
So John has taken the first two and has an 18-pin lead. Overall, Patrick and Matt have split. Patrick just leads by 7. So a close match. Through 2 here at Ryan's.
Check on the spares. John Ahearn, 1 spare, 2 strikes. Al Blanchard with 1 strike on the day. Matt Taylor gets himself up to 2 spares and a strike as he throws his first ball in the 3rd string. And Patrick Kellogg is the mark leader with 3 spares and 2 strikes. How about it? Spare.
Always a good way to start. You know, get the first mark in the first box is a good feeling. John's going to have to work for a good box here.
Sorry, that was
Pat,
my apologies to
I
everyone.
just spent 5 minutes in the bathroom, moving my towel around under the faucet, trying to get some water for myself.
That's a heck of an out there for John. He'll take a 9 out of that any day.
It's automatic.
And here comes Matt on his fill ball.
Their coaches are all.
Just 4 on that. And John hits the head pin for the second straight time. Matt almost converts. And for the lefty John, this is a tough spare with that wood in the gutter as well. There's not much margin for error here. Oh man, that was darn close, wasn't it? And Matt picks off the 10 pin for a 10, giving him 24 through 2. That was a good ball as well. Picks up the 10 box, so 19 for John through 2. Matt back right at it. Right back at it, and let's see how that wood settles for him. John, 3rd straight head pin hit. Oh, Matt connects, hits the object pin, comes off the wall to pick up the remaining pin. John with an ugly split. Throws a nice ball, can't quite get the right angle on that one, but I'm sure he's happy to get the 2.
I don't know what. I just.
Spares on the day.
John cleans up for a 10. So he's only left 1 pin on the deck through the first 3. Matt's gotten all. Hasn't left anything on the deck. 2 spares and a 10 box.
That's John.
Oh, look at that smooth delivery.
He's really gotten better over the last couple of years. I mean, as his from a youth bowler into now a young adult bowler.
I think he's going to be throwing. He's only going to gain on his speed.
Yep.
I think Major League Power tends to max out around 25, 26. I think
She has good sense. Good ball.
you see that in Candlepin with 10.
That's an 8 for Matt. I'll give him 49 through 4. John with a nice bid for the 10, but he'll grab a 9 box. Still good bowling, 38 through 4.
You're better than me, I know that.
And a little behind the scenes action there for Matt.
How are the divisional races for these guys?
Yeah.
Matt Taylor's in first place.
Take a look. So, yeah, take a look at that.
Matt and John are in the same division. Matt has a 11-game lead in that one, 31-11 to 20 and 22.
Over John, although John is, of course, both bowlers we'll see how their turns out today.
Meanwhile, Patrick came in. I think he was
16 and 12 before
but he
the
lost
earlier
14,
match today, so now he's at
16
16-26.
Yeah.
And Paul Newman, 38 and 4.
So Al was looking to catch him if he swept him, but that's not possible. And
All right.
even though they're in different matches.
So Matt with an 8. John with a 10 box, 48. So good pinning by John. Matt, impressive 57 start. Some impressive records, though, for some of the competitors in that division, including Paul Newman, Joe Vieira has only lost 3 points. Brittany, too, I think, right? Let's see. Spare leave. Almost. Is he going to get it? He is.
Or was that one first?
And Al throws a good ball right. Yeah, he didn't think he could fit a ball down there, but there's plenty of space, I'm afraid, between pins.
Oh, what a shot!
That's a great job by Al.
Nice up.
Patrick on his fill ball. Boy,
Come on. Back on it. Billy.
just got one on that, and Al right there. Yeah, another split. Boy, hits the object pin, and that's it.
Back on it.
Tough 4 box, it looks like, for Patrick. And Al's the same, so a pair of 4s here. Tough second boxes, but tough leaves.
All right back.
11 is the loneliest number, and you get more of everything else.
Yeah.
Maybe 1, I guess, right?
I run him down.
On the scorecard.
All right, now
Well.
Billy.
1 is a lonely number 2, right?
You're 10.
Boy, Al has been had some really bad, unfortunate luck here. Ball's going back and forth.
7, right?
7 box for Patrick. Al with a nice ball. Just punches out 1 for an 8, 22. So he's both matches are
Oh, that's
Still-
an 8. Okay.
yep, still close.
I didn't see this.
Patrick pulls this one to the left. He's going to need at least a mark here to stay close.
Same guy. This is what we see a little bit from Patrick. I saw last season too.
I tell you, Al is throwing a really good ball.
That's the one.
That's
right.
Patrick at his best right.
I mean,
That kind of
the
ball.
result wasn't great, but that's the ball. He can do a lot of damage at this level with that ball.
Let's see if any luck. He got it. Good job for Al. He's thanking the heavens on that one. And a good 9 for Patrick.
Right in the match now.
First spare of the match. We'll go along with the strike for Al.
What is it on? Come on.
That'll be a big fill ball for him. John had 48, so Al can definitely catch him.
That's it.
That's Patrick.
Welcome back. See, this is Patrick Kellogg, you know? It's a rhythm thing.
Al with a good mix. 6, and if you can hit the head pin, yeah. Tie match through 4. That's a nice try for Pat.
7.
Yep, that's a 7 up there.
39.
Somehow I didn't even see the head pin
think
fall.
something fell late,
The
yeah.
head pin.
Late fall.
But you know what? He's got a boatload. He's got some wood out there that can help. Everything but the 8.
Right, good.
Yep, nice 10 for Patrick. 41, so he'll be down 16 against Matt. So he's going to have to do some work, a lot of work. So the second 5.
The lead change.
And look at that.
49.
We've got a lead change here. Al with a 49. John with 48.
He wanted to keep going.
We're halfway through officially, 50%.
All right, and so the scores: 247 for John Ahearn, 230 for Al Blanchard, 268 Matt Taylor, and 259 for Patrick Kellogg at the half. Of course, 2 points apiece for the games and 4 for the total.
Yeah.
ACST points.
Do we throw this back to New York for the halftime report, or we blow right through it here at Candlepin Bowling?
If you would like to sponsor, it's actually we are probably going to be picking up sponsors in the next year. I'm going to start getting a little more serious about the network. The YouTube sponsorships have been nice. For our YouTube viewers, when you watch and you get those commercials, I know they can be annoying, but they are paying for Dan Castle, Paul Grant, Greg Guyar, and myself to go up to Worlds in Moncton.
Which is in second week in November.
Second week in November. We're going to stay there for the whole week. We're all taking vacation. I'm retiring, so I'm not taking any vacation. But the other guys are all taking vacation. But it really makes a difference to not have to take it out of your pocket.
Sure, absolutely.
Like your Paul Grant's put tens of thousands of miles on his car,
my
and he
God.
pays all his gas and wear and tear.
That was an 8. Did you guys see it?
Yeah. I saw it, but
pretty sure.
my memory is shaky. Yeah, 8. I think it was an 8. I can't reverse the.
Yeah.
No, I can't go back.
All right, so that's an 8 for John.
You won't be able to go backwards in time until after
Right.
we post the screen.
We'll see on the replay. Hopefully it was an 8, but that's what the bowlers John saw.
John remembers it.
Yeah, John's got a good memory.
You can register an official protest, yeah, or a not a protest, but a review. Put that one in italics
Yeah.
on the scoreboard here.
Both bowlers given a good run for a spare. Not to be. John for the 10, Matt for 7.
Meanwhile, I wasn't paying attention. 7 gets him up to 74
Correct.
after the 10 in the 6th.
So, of course, Al had a 1-pin lead through 5 for John.
Oh my!
And
That is a strike.
that was a big strike for John. No doubt about that one. Now with the 7-pin drop. He had carried a 16-pin lead through completed boxes. And he hits the object pin. Only gets 2. That triangle is devilish. Had a good 10, taking advantage of the wood. 84 through 8 for Matt. Definitely would want to put at least 1 mark up there just to make things even more difficult for Patrick.
Right, 2 spares and 3 10s for Matt Taylor in the game.
Boy,
Why not? Why not? Oh my goodness, that close.
it's pretty much as close as you can get to a double without getting it. And that wood doesn't connect. Matt just off to the left. Lots of ACST matches this weekend, though. Holy smokes! If you saw the schedule,
right.
huh?
Dave Edison has a lot of coaching this weekend, so I'm not bowling.
So
94 and 94.
yeah, 94 with that 9 box for John, 10 box for Matt.
They're not bowling.
What do you know?
against each other.
94, right? Yeah. So boy, you realize how close.
been a triple.
You realize how close that could have been to 3 in a row.
My.
That would have been close to a triple.
This is 4th.
All right, and a big ball coming up for Matt. He's at 100 with these 6 pins that he's knocked down. And just plucks out 1 for a 7 and a 101. So that does leave the door open for Patrick, who was at 41 through 5. So he'll need at least 2 marks to win. John opening up a gap here with 2 strikes. Let's see what kind of fill.
Oh my goodness.
That is darn close to 4 in a row. 4 great balls.
Best looking throws I've seen from John in his career. I mean, he just keeps
Yeah.
getting better. I bowl with him every week, so do you, Dave.
Yes, yes.
He's on my summer team as well, and yeah.
So that's a 9 box, but a solid as a rock, 113 for John, who's averaging, 102, 103 here in the early going.
Yes, I know you're capable.
So let's see what Al can do here, but the 2 strikes are going to make it difficult. You need 65.
Of course, Patrick Kellogg will need 61.
Yeah. Al takes care of the pins on the left and the right. Now just has the ones in the middle. Oh, that was his. Actually, that was his 3rd ball. So it was a 6 for Al, 9 for Patrick. Both bowlers looking for some marks right here.
There you go.
Al right in the head pin, and talk about bad luck. Seven and 8, and a piece of wood that's not even angled. just off to the left.
That's it.
Patrick runs it down. He needed that big time. Al almost converts that. So a 9 box for Al. He's at 64. Looking to throw that same first ball he just threw. Hopefully with a better result. In Quincy? Yeah. Al used to run Lincoln Lanes in Quincy.
Is that a 6 on Pat?
5. That was a nice bid. He'll need another mark to take the string. Al looking for a good out. Al said he used to bowl at East Weymouth Bowlaway way back in the day. Well,
there used to be a number of houses.
Weymouth was big time.
Yeah. None today. I mean, come on, someone.
Yeah.
There's got to be. That Lynn had 6 or 7 houses back in
Dorchester, you think of places that were hubs of bowling.
the day.
That's a nice ball. Come on.
But I think it's making the machines now is going to be the key to get the places started up again.
Big ball coming up for Patrick. And an 8 box for Al, as well as for Patrick. So we've got 1 to go here.
All right, 20 bucks. 20 bucks.
Yep.
Spare, strike on spare, spare on strike.
Right. And John is taking the 3rd string from Al. But Al's still going to try to throw a good ball. But a big ball here for Patrick. He needs 20 one way or another for a tie.
Yeah? Oh, it shook and it moved over and didn't go? Are you kidding me? It'll go, though. Look, the way the wood's angled.
Isn't that the lead Petey Pete had in his 227? Is that the one he had in the...
it looks like it's is that the 3 and the 4? The 3 and the 4. He
got a tremendous spare.
I was just trying to say that wood was pointed there, especially with the 4-pin sliding over. If that's what it was.
And Al with the 9. Solid 89, but this is big ball coming up for Patrick. Needs a strike for a tie.
Right. How about it? Nope, it will not happen.
The piece of wood spun right between the 3 and 6. But for total, that is huge.
Ends up being a 98, right? 98 is official. All right, 10, Matt Taylor, 101, 98. That is official.
Okay.
And John Ahearn, 113. Blanchard, 89. That is official. Put those down in the record books.
Can I get a recount?
That out. Ready for the 4th string?
Here we go, string number 4. Matt will step up. Real close one. 4-pin difference. 316 to 312. Patrick has a lead in total, although Matt has won 2 out of the first 3 strings. Look out below. Look out. Is that going to take anything more? 1, 2, 1 more?
Wow.
And John with the lemon drop on the right side. Matt, right in the face.
say, John got the one you needed.
That's his 5th spare of the day.
John a little off balance on his throw there.
Well, you know, just threw 4 of the best
He
looking
did.
balls he's ever thrown, and
In a row. I mean, yeah.
you get is that a double lemon drop there?
Yes.
He still threw it hard. He didn't give up on it. He didn't give up. It was not a don't miss ball. That was a good effort.
Another triangle here for Matt. But he has some wood. Will that cover all 3 pins? I think you need to aim at that 6 pin. Let's see if.
Patrick Kellogg starts game 4 with a 4-pin match lead. John Ahearn, of course, up by 42.
Yep.
3.
So John has suddenly lost the head pin. 12 through 2.
Now that we've been singing his praises, what he needs a critique.
Matt, talk about throwing good first balls. He's been pounding the head pin. Just picked up a single for a spare.
There it is. He didn't change. He kept throwing the hard ball.
Oh man, that did not miss by much. Had Matt on his knees, that was so close.
Wow. Fine hit on the hay bale.
And this time off to the left for Matt. John going for his 10, that piece of wood way out there out front, and he connects for that. John's at 22, Matt at 35.
Look for 2 here.
Let's see, can run this one down with the 10. Nope.
That one looks, to me, as a Star Wars fan, that John's leave looks like a TIE fighter. No?
Well, I can't say I'm really a Star Wars person. I saw the first couple, but they never pulled me back. They never pulled me back yet.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Hey.
Hell of a shot.
Great 10 by Matt. John had some action here. So he's got a good chance at a 10 as well. And he cleans up.
2 6s, 2 10s for John.
So he could get a full house. I mean, much rather have a full house with a 10 than another 6, right?
We don't.
Yeah, we could have some late action, and we do.
You know, you play 5s like that. I mean, what would be the easiest one to get? Like, go for 8s? Would you go for 9s? You know, like go for
Right,
4
that's true.
9s? What would you do?
Nice there. Good way to sit.
That's not an easy spare, and Matt just converted it. If John can hit the head pin here, there's a boatload of wood around. Just got 2. So Matt will be at 55 in a ball, so he's going to definitely put the pressure here on Patrick. John gets 1 for a 9, so the door's open for Al here. which is exactly what John told Al right now. Go get him. There's an opening for you.
It just ended up being 2 pair.
Yes. That won't win you anything.
Well, I think
Well,
it might
it's
be
true.
an interesting
Yeah.
tournament. I mean, if you're for each 5. No wild cards though. Maybe a strike is a wild card. How about a strike is a wild card? Should a spare be a wild card? Yeah, I guess a spare. Maybe a spare is like an ace. So you can get 3 spares. You get 3 spares would be 3 10s, obviously. The strike would be the wild card.
I play when I go to a place. It's been a few years, but blackjack was what I would try now. Oh, come on!
Come on!
Spinorama, but not picking up the 5-pin. I think.
Hey, sweet 10.
And a nice 10 for L. So we'll take an early 4-pin lead.
Got a good chance to get pins here. Before that strike ball comes back to John.
Yep.
You know. He's only thrown 1 spare today. He's got 4 strikes, John Ahearn.
Ahearn, yep.
I butchered Micah Imperator's name all last weekend. Imperato.
Yeah.
It's a toe at the end, a ratto. Imperato. Micah, thank you for your work with the spreadsheets, with all the assistance on cameras, and we'll work on your name.
There's so many matches going on this weekend. He might have carpal tunnel for data entry.
20 through Patrick. Al moves himself well over the left-hand side and finds the channel.
So through completed boxes, he's up 7 through 2. But if he can put a mark on the board here with a good fill, put some pressure on John. Whoa! Wow. Another 9-pin drop for Patrick. He's had a boatload of those today. Al with a great ball.
Come on down.
There's the break.
I don't think you should play the wood though.
Just like Matt, missed by a smidge.
I wouldn't mind with his ball. I wouldn't mind him moving over to the right and swinging it across in case he hits the tip, because he is plus or minus 5 or 6 inches on it. On his ball. There it is. Yep.
Al plays the wood and takes it.
I have no pride.
He has no pride yet.
Nice spear for Al. He's going to put the pressure on John.
It was high though. Right? He had to hit it.
Had to
from
hit
the
it right,
side,
yeah.
because there was wood underneath it, so it could have just flopped over.
Yep.
Smoked it.
Is that another 9-pin drop? It is.
It is. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit one.
All right, Al gets 5. He'll take that.
12-pin lead there.
And that will not count.
If it's controversial. If it's not, however, it is not the bowler's fault. That's one of the things that Tom Hirsch goes on about. Says if there's a doubt, if there's no doubt, it is not the
Find that
bowler's
in the
fault.
rule book. Not his mouth.
That's what Tom. Well, you know.
You have it out how he is. I don't know if
I'm sick. That's taking advantage.
It's all right.
So Al gets the 6. It's 40 through completed frames here, and he will have the lead after 5. Patrick.
Just knocked down a pin.
Right. I know, I'm assuming. That's 3 straight 9-pin drops. 3, and he needs one of these for his confidence. Al will have an interesting leave, and that did not help matters.
Well, it's coming back though. It might wrap.
Oh, man.
So close.
He has not missed by much.
He's missed many by not much.
Yeah. Oh, tremendous spare!
Wow! Oh, Blanchard!
Well done.
Alright. He woke up. Who woke up, Al?
Al looks like he's shocked. Shocked that one went.
2 spares on that side, 3 on the day.
So right now,
2 3.5 strings.
Al is at 50 and a ball. John only at 41, so he's going to have to get on his horse to take the 4th string.
Well, I mean, the wood's this big, the ball's this big.
Yep.
I can't control the ball.
Oh!
Not the way John was hoping his second half of this 4th string would start.
I like the compliment like
Matt with the Cleary,
because I feel like I can.
but he does have a 12-pin lead with that fill on the spare. John just off to the right, and Matt, no luck, punches right through.
So, interesting thing on Matt's ball there is usually you get the Cleary when you just miss the head.
Right, yeah.
That one, he hit the 2-4 pocket and got the Cleary.
Wow, that is unusual. Good pick up there. John had the high-low jack, gets the head pin for an 8. Matt with the 7. But Matt did have a 12-pin lead through completed boxes.
Matt had a 5 fill there, so.
Yep, you got it, right?
Yep.
John gets a very good mix, missing the head pin, and that's the only one left. And he can't connect on the single pin. And Matt was hoping that would stay just to the left. It did not hit the object pin, just gets 2. A lot of close but no calls here on the 4th string for all bowlers.
I thought that would.
And the close but no calls continue.
Looked like that wood was leaning into it, so. That was the side to miss on anyway, and he missed on it.
Now, it's irritating to miss on the side you're not supposed to miss on, you know. Oh, there's one more for Matt. 9-pin drop and what looks like a friendly piece of wood.
Anything on the tail, so it's like it's got 7 inches of pin and 7 inches of wood and 3 inches of pin to hit there. It should be a good target.
John with a 9-pin drop as well, but didn't give himself a chance on that one.
Nice.
Matt connects.
Feel your pain.
8th spare of the day for Matt Taylor.
Nope. Same deal for John, a 9 box, so 67 through 8. We've seen a ton of 9-pin drops, and bowlers just missing out on the spares. They can get into your head if you don't start making them, you know?
That's why I've just straightened out my approach on him. I don't like to throw at that angle. The exception being for the 10-pin where I have to, because my ball move a little right to left. I just like to move over and throw a straight ball
It's a 6 fill for Matt.
when I have a single pin.
You helped me out too on a 10-pin. I was having issues. I moved over and gave myself a better angle.
You do have to angle.
Good ball for John.
Oh, no.
Oh, flies right behind the 7.
That was a 6 fill.
Correct. Yep.
I'm not right at this score. I went backwards on this score.
All right.
6.
So a pair of 10s in the 9th box for each bowler here.
92.
Matt is now 102 with the.
I subtracting pins from him for a second there. My apologies.
I would take them and pro ball.
John with that 10 gives him 77 through 9. Big box here for John. He's right in on the hit pin. He's gonna hope one of those goes.
That was good. That was a good ball. 6-7.
Matt with a nice first ball, gonna hope for one of those. That one of those goes. Same deal, but
Slightly makeable.
yeah,
John's gonna have to tip. He's gonna have to choose
on the
a tip.
right hand side, I would
So,
say with the lefty ball. Nope. Matt,
hit that one hard.
Really good try.
Steak tips.
so remember these bowlers not bowling each other. Their competitors will come up in just a second. Each of them with the opportunity to take the fourth string here. Ooh, just missed. So pyramids.
It's an 85.
So Matt ends up with a 110. Patrick was at 48. So this time he just needs 62 to tie.
Three spares.
And I will say a big ball coming up here for Al. He's at 50 and a ball against John's 85. And a big fill can go a long way to winning this fourth string.
Well, match lead is big.
Yeah, yep.
7-7,
You might get another one here. Willie. Nope. 6. Gives him 56 to 5. Patrick. Similar hits here. Leaves, is it? I'm looking. Is it the same leave?
Yeah, it really is. 11-mile-an-hour difference in the speed.
Oh, -1. So.
+1.
So we're at negative. We're at 0 actually.
I
yeah.
actually subtracted points from Matt Taylor just a moment ago on the scoreboard. My mistake.
That's a good job.
Your brain
for,
is odd.
So that's a 7 box for Al.
Oh,
Nice dancing.
8 for Patrick. So Patrick's going to need at least 2 marks. Al needs 24 pins. 23 to in 4 boxes to take his first 2 points of the match. And he's
Patrick's
throwing a
at
really good
56.
ball. And another ugly split for Patrick. He's not happy about that.
yeah.
And Al gets 3 at this point. Just wants to keep throwing some good boxes.
Total
Yep.
looks to be out of reach. I mean,
Right.
it's not out of reach. I mean, there was a study that 10 for Al on that.
10 for Al.
A study of some of the data out of the Union Street lanes that John Nichols.
Keep an eye on this
performed.
here.
Seven?
He disabled it. I don't know if want to make sure everything's okay. Oh yeah, it's a score. Al, hold off a second. Or that picked up a
Yeah.
that ball that was thrown down the lane.
Patrick 7 puts him at 63 though.
Yeah.
I was going to say that the study that John Nichols did, bowlers with lower averages had actually much smaller variance. So if you were an 80 or a 90, your scores were plus or 10, plus
Yeah.
or minus 10. But whereas Bobby Whitcomb and,
Right.
and
Bigger
Frank
variance.
Holbrook were plus or minus 15 or more. And it was actually down at, I think, around 8 among the 80s. In that league, it was 10 for the people under 100. And there weren't that many bowlers in the 80s in that league. So I mean, it's really hard to get 40 extra pins if you're an 80 bowler. Whereas it is quite easy to have that much variance. You can range from 167 to to an 87. You know.
Patrick shaking his head right here. Another split. That's 3 straight red numbers up on the Ryan's scoreboard here, indicating splits.
He won the first 2 games. He needs to hold himself together for the total, even if he loses.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, Matt Matt won the first 2 out of 3, so
Didn't Patrick win 101?
yeah, he won 1,
Yeah.
right?
So he won the first 2.
Did he? Am I losing?
Let's double check that. I had him at 117, 112 in the second game. Let's double check that.
Oh, I think they have the sheets.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, Al, this ball will give him, and not earned, it's earned. He's throwing a really good ball. Al takes the 4th string.
all right.
Patrick would need to make this shot right here. Did I goof up? Ah, okay. Yep, he took 2. So Patrick had taken the first 2 out of 3. You're right. Yep. And Matt. That will be just a 9 bucks. 89, right?
Is that
9, oh, excuse me, so 80 through 9, right?
and then 91?
Yeah, Al's taking the
He's got to get.
4th game. He's throwing a really good ball.
He needs to close in to make that total.
Yes, yep. That ball makes it official that Matt will take the 4th string, so it'll be 2 strings apiece in total. Matt will have the lead, but Patrick would love to make this shot right here.
Bunny hole.
Yep. Yeah, so the total between Al and John theoretically is possible here. That helped. That's 8.
It's a 99.
And a good finish for Patrick.
90.
Disappointing 90 game. So against Matt's 110, so Matt picks up 20 pins, takes a 4-pin deficit into a 16-pin lead in overall. Each bowler has won 2 strings, 4 points apiece. The other match, 28-pin lead for John over Al.
16 pins for Matt Taylor. You guys have 16? Okay, those are confirmed.
So all scores confirmed here as we come into the 5th and final game here at Ryan's.
The important part is we hold those
So here we go, 5th string. Matt getting some good action again. The triangle, but a nice piece of wood there, I think.
Hey, there's John. John took a little break.
Yep, found the head pin again. It's gonna go.
that was going to stay up.
He hit the head pin without the assistance of the wood. And it goes.
Games in a row, he's started with a spare.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Matt's been starting hot. 3 in a row. And
He did a 9-pin. 9-pin drop. Can't do 1.
9 spares on the day. For Matt Taylor, who he was accepting the challenge. In the last match, I called I think the Bulls had at least 17 spares.
oh, in the match? Okay,
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
It was an A match.
Yeah.
Justin had 21. All right, John with a 9. 19 box.
9-pin drop there for Matt. Looks like he could hit the wood without hit the 10-pin without hitting the wood.
That's,
Anything high could be dangerous.
I like the ribbon on the front piece.
Yep.
It makes it a nice wide. They should both move back.
No doubt
Put it
about that one.
way. Needs to hit the 10. The 10 pin's the tough one here.
Nope.
You went on the tip. I wanted it left.
I think so. Yep. I think so.
Anyway.
Yeah, 2 good first ball hits, but nothing to show for it for John, at least in the spare department.
10 spares on the day for Taylor.
Yeah. Matt's going to put some definite pressure on Pat.
Just has 7 more to reach his goal.
There's a lemon drop there. Tough to get that as a fill.
He'll probably have a score in the 157 range. How about that? He's got 1 spare and 5 strikes.
That is crazy, and Matt almost connects on that for his 3rd consecutive spare, leaving just the kingpin. In the meantime, John's just happy it wasn't a 9-pin drop. He deserved a strike after a lot of 8 and 9-pin drops. So $9 for Matt, 39 through 3. And John, who had, what did he have? He had 2 strikes earlier.
Now it's
Yeah.
5, yeah.
2 strikes, almost 3 in a row. With the middle one being a 9-pin drop.
Back.
That was your Chris Berman impression there.
Backdoor strike. Back.
This time it's going to be, this time he gets a double.
We've got a special.
Now, kid, come on.
Seven for Matt, 46 through 4. 1 to go in the 5th string. Well, similar lead to the one he just had, except there's a sleeper behind. John for looking for 3 in a row and gets rewarded with the half Worcester.
Big 22 in the 3rd box.
That could go for Matt, and it does. So I'll be 56 and a ball through 5 for Matt. John, big ball for him right here. For his fill ball for his 2nd strike, I'll be 22 in the 17 box. And a 7. So those guys throw up a couple strikes and 3 spares between them. Now the competitors step.
You have had 6 strikes and 1 spare.
John can't believe he's only thrown 1 spare in 45 boxes.
6 9 drops.
Not as many as Patrick. But
Patrick needs to go to work right here.
How about it?
Oh my goodness.
Another 9 drop.
This
Come on,
time
man,
he
come on.
has some wood.
I like it.
If it doesn't straighten out,
I don't love the wood, but it's worse.
you gotta go for the pin.
Yep.
Al gets some action here off the head pin. Got it that time. Matches Matt's spare in the 1st. All but the head pin for Al. And a 9 box. Let's see. Patrick, let's see. That's his. It's gonna another 9-pin drop. Oh, and the wood, wait a second. Jeez. The wood was spinning around. It was going to almost take the pin. Patrick thought it was an 8-pin drop. Now there's no wood to help, really. And it's 2 in a row.
Boy, this is a heck of a match.
Matt and Patrick going toe-to-toe right here. Nice ball by Al.
Headpin, you can't score. Every time. I'll always be right.
And he leaves just the head pin again. Second straight box doing that. So another 9 for Al. 18 matches John. John's 18, but this is where John throws a double strike.
That's right. Well, how about a triple spare? We found that 3 spares is about the same as 2 strikes. How about it? Another 9 drop.
King, 3 in a row.
Head for 190.
This is Patrick's 10th string right here this morning, early afternoon, and this may be his best string of the day going.
Absolutely.
Oh no, he had wood and threw it out to the right.
All right.
But still, still gonna be a big first half.
You can count it. Look at this
Yeah,
one.
with the good ball.
It overcooked it. He overcooked it. He was right on the money.
So, 10 bucks for Pat, 48 through 3.
Nope.
Al off to the left. Yep.
26, right?
26 is correct.
Yeah, I was going to say, Greg Guyer has an idea for a match. There's another head pin. That one is pretty. He said, going to encourage you to get 10s. Let's give you 12 pins if you get a 10, but also penalize you 2 pins if you leave the head pin standing at the end of your box.
Okay. Wow.
You heard Al say, he left his head pin.
Well, if he hits the head pin here, he should get a spare.
How about it?
If there's any time to hit it, off to the right.
He's been missing his head pin.
Yeah.
You can't score if you don't hit your head pin. Unless you're playing a spray ball at Ryan sometimes.
No, you can't bowl consistently well. You can have
Left the head pin
some
again.
luck here or there.
Minus 2.
Did that scoreboard give him a 9?
The 9 is right.
Was it right? Okay.
It's 55 for. Yeah. He picked up the other.
Okay, I was blocked out. So.
Yeah.
Meantime,
Patrick's at 55.
yeah.
All into the ocean shelf there.
A little thin off the head pin for Pat. So, tight string between him and Matt, depending, especially on Matt's fill ball.
If there was justice in the world, that would be a spare.
That is a shame.
You can't go to a candlepin alley looking for justice on every ball.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
That's good. That was good.
Just want enough luck to keep you coming back. So, good 10 bucks for Al and a strong 45 against John 64.
Matt fills with 6 and he's tied. Look at the match.
Is dead
Darn
even.
close. Well, it's a
Did
10
it pick
pin
up the
lead.
10 yet? Did it pick up
It's a 10 pin lead
plus the ball?
plus the ball in the match. Kellogg leads by 6, so the game will be tied if Matt fills with 6.
So much better when you strike a shot.
Hey, John. Big double strike.
Yep.
Got himself 14 over. Typical. Typically you get 24 over on a double strike.
And there's Matt's fill ball. Wow.
My goodness. That's a single strike.
Clutch strike there on his spare in the 5th.
His third
The
of the
strike
game.
in the 6th.
Third of the match, I mean.
The 3rd strike of the match. Great.
He's up to 14 marks. I think he's going to get his 17 marks.
Good job with a nice ball.
Good bid. Great ball.
$9 for John, giving him 73 through 6. He's got a good game going with the double strike.
That was a strike on the spare, so it's finished with 66 half, and look at the game lead is 4 through 45 boxes complete.
Right there.
Nice.
Yep.
Yo!
There's the break.
What's left?
Well, Matt will get another ball on his strike. That's another 9-pin drop for John. Nice ball by Matt.
Went for the head pin, he got it. Ten. And a 9, so 92. 22 over through 7 for Taylor. Patrick Kellogg, 12 over in his first half already, so looking to hold on to or widen that two-mark lead.
Matt gets some decent mix behind, but tough leave. That's a good ball by John. Just chips out a couple. Matt just to the right.
All right, get clean up here.
$6 for John,
89,
and an 8 for Matt Taylor.
100 even. Down to 20 over.
Double strikes will do that for John and for Matt.
Yes.
Lots of marks.
4
Do
marks.
the trick.
Smooth ball right on the head pin. Nothing wrong with that,
Wow.
except the leave.
Is that the 8, 9, and 10 from this angle?
That's the case.
Don't go looking for justice on every shot. It calms me down when I want to tear something. When I want to,
Wow.
yeah.
All right, big finish. We got it.
Sometimes you feel like you're pulling the lever on a slot machine when you hit the head pin. Lemons.
Yes. We've been talking a lot about gambling, haven't we? That isn't very good.
Talking about some percentage of, when you hit the head pin, you get what? Like 60% you get a mark?
40% of the time you get a split. Yeah. Oh, so but by the way, that was a 7. So 107.
And an $8.
$8 there, so 95. Yeah, you get, depends on your house. You know, I've seen it in the 10th percentile it's 20%, in the 90th percentile it's 60%.
Yeah, but that's Channel 5 holders, right?
Yeah, and pros after a qualifier. I include modern pros after a qualifier along with Channel 5 holders and
I mean,
other
that
channels.
old Channel 5 show, you had to be a hammer just to get on there.
Yeah, but there were still plenty of splits. It's normal to
Yeah,
have.
but those guys pick them up.
Sometimes. There were 8 split conversions in Paul Berger's 500 games.
Really?
Yeah, I counted them.
You would. I would love to get a list of your stats. Is it published anywhere?
I got some spreadsheets.
Is John with the
That's the
ball?
ball. Well, he wanted that spread eagle ball.
So 104 for John, and a total of 501. And Matt finishes with a 113 and a 535. So we got a lot in play, particularly for Matt and Patrick's match.
Yeah,
Al would need a
that's a little
monster second half
He got
here.
himself up to 23 over and ended up being only 13 over. He dropped 10 pins in the last.
Yeah, the 7 and 6 box hurt. So there's a lot of points up
It's a
from.
51 pin lead in the game.
And it was 67 in the match, right? Yep.
Yep.
So everything in play here for Patrick.
Which Patrick Kellogg will this
Right,
be?
yeah.
You know, one of the things I noticed when you play the 2 at a time now, like we do at Norwood or at Central Park, or the way the pros play on Friday night, it's not just 2 times a game that you know which guy's going to show up. It's 5 times a game. Like which am I, am I going to have my rhythm this time? I don't know.
Yep. Definitely a difference, bowling 5 versus 2.
Can you make an adjustment after one time when your rhythm's off? 10.
It's a good 10 here for Al, of course. Patrick with the 7. Shout out to Pete Rischitelli and Bobby Beer who are tuning in, and I know Pete's probably rooting on his Cape or near Cape counterparts. He mentions that the 2 people here represent the house he just left and the one he just switched into. And nice ball for Al.
Ouch. Just a little too full, I guess. Don't aim at the middle. Of course you have to aim at the middle. The best aim at the middle.
Yep. Patrick,
He's gonna need decent pinning and a mark to win the game.
yeah,
Match is
first he has to worry about this game, and then then the match. That's a good 9 for Al, is right. So Patrick losing a couple pins here on his 3rd ball.
all right. Al needs 40 in his next 3 to tie. And Patrick with the is at 76 now. He'll need 37.
37 and 3.
Good pinning.
Yep.
And a good fill now.
Alright, Al, right back on.
That's how you start. Shaking.
Break it in half. Come on.
Difference is that a?
It's a diamond.
It's a diamond, but with the wood, it's not going to be the 27% diamond.
Right.
It's gonna, That one's going to be more like it's even better than a 45% triangle.
Yep.
You do have to hit the object, though.
2 big pins left on the deck. And for Al, looking for a big out ball, and he gets it. One more? Nope.
There you go.
All right,
That
he
helps.
connects for a 10.
73.
73 for Al.
He needs 31, so two marks really.
Correct.
Practically
Yep.
speaking. Or it's going to be a 12-2.
It's a good ball. Just misses again. He's got the 4 horsemen. Did have the 4 horsemen. Now he just has 2 horsemen.
That's the Millis 8. That was the 1-2 and the 1-3.
We've seen that a lot today.
Well, it's the 4 horsemen just with the backside
too.
taken out
Yep.
because you get so much action off the walls.
Big one for Al.
Got it,
Oh,
hit
just
the
missed it.
head
And a super big one here for Patrick.
He's going to need a couple pins here so he can get there with a 20 bucks.
He's had that. It was 20 he needed early last string.
That's the couple he needed. 95.
So the
Difference in
total
18.
is different. Is officially gone to Matt Taylor. This round.
And Al at 82
And
is still in it with it.
you would need a strike right here.
Yep.
It gives it a great effort.
Right.
Not to be.
Match 12-2.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All the way around.
All right. If it's adjacent, then he can get away with missing. But if it's not adjacent, he has to hit the pin. Al.
That would have been nice.
Yep.
Patrick needs that. He gets it. Would have loved that strike, that pin to have fallen over for a strike to give him 2 balls.
Now,
1 of 5. He needs 8 to tie and 9 to
105.
take the string.
That's a 90. 471. Congratulations, John A. Ahearn, 501-460. The winner, 12-2 in ACST points. 8 to tie. No.
Just a lemon drop
106.
in a 106 game for a 5-12 total. So Patrick took 2 strings and 4 points, right?
10-4.
Yep, 10-4, and Matt gets 10. So in the other match, Al gets 2, John gets 12. They're making sure all the scores are official here.
Actually, I think I won because of my handicap. I'm only an 85 average, so
Yeah.
I'm over my.
We'll petition the commissioner, Danny Finn, who's here, just to Al looking for a couple more points on the handicap.
I want a handicap.
We're going to double check that. Do you guys have the same thing that we have? 501 to 460 and 535 to 512, 10-4, and let me look at there are your standings.
32 and 22.
Not up to date, of course. But,
Right, but John goes from
zooming in a little.
500 record to 32 and 22, he says, John Ahearn. 30 and
Matt Taylor was at 31 and 11, goes to 41 and 15. That's right.
John was 20 and 22, so he'll go to 30 and
Newman lost the string to me.
24.
All right. Well, it's always a pleasure to bowl with
That was
you.
a lot.
Pleasure to call the match with you. Dave, next time I'll see you on the lanes.
See you in the lanes.